How the heck are you guys doing? Welcome to today's video. It's been about a week, right, since we've had a talking head video like this. Now, I have been doing YouTube shorts and sort of enjoying that and doing educational tips and tutorial camera tricks in those, and I'm really enjoying that, and I think that's a good way to deliver tips, tricks, and tutorials for camera stuff. A lot of people want to get in there, get that information, and get out, and I think YouTube Shorts is a good way to utilize that. Even if I have to speed my voice up 1.5 times. If you saw that, that's what I've been doing. So yeah, so I think I'm going to double down on getting that content out there, but I won't neglect putting these kind of videos out there. Because although I am starting to find my love for YouTube Shorts, I also really enjoy these long form type of videos. So if you've read the title in the description, then you already know what this video is going to be about. I'm going to show you guys a little bit of how I shoot for one of my other YouTube channels. So I do have a couple other YouTube channels. None are wildly successful, so don't get too excited. But I have a lot of fun shooting for every single one of them. Now my main passion is photography and filmmaking and just camera related stuff in general, but my other second biggest passion is horror films. So I do have a horror podcast called Cinema Creep, and Cinema Creep Podcast is a YouTube channel that we have, and it is me and a friend, and we just we podcast over horror films. Now we've been on a long hiatus, and we may pick that back up, but there's like 20 or 30 podcast episodes over there, and they're in video form, so you can watch them. And we usually have a theme, and we'll dress up for like Halloween. We dress up in costume. It's crazy. So I'll leave a link in the description to that if you want to go over there and watch that. It's also on Spotify if you're an audio podcast only type of person. But I created another Cinema Creep trailer reaction YouTube channel as of recently, and you know, I love talking about movies, I love talking about horror films, and I love talking about horror film trailers, like movies that are coming out. I have to talk with people about these things and what my predictions are for how good or how terrible the movie's going to be. So I decided to create a YouTube channel around that, Cinema Creep Trailer Reactions, just a spin-off of the main channel over there. And I'm going to show you guys how I am setting up my shot for that YouTube, and how I'm filming it and what I'm using to film it with, as well as maybe just a little bit of my studio. I'll show you guys more in depth some of the stuff back here that makes up my backdrop. But if you look at YouTuber studios, they generally don't look like mine, unless you look at people like Casey Neistat or maybe Van Neistat, people that they just have stuff. They have a lot of personality in their studio space, because a lot of people's studios are very sterile, very clean, very minimal and boring. And that's not a bad thing if that's what you like, because I love minimal design. But when I think of a workspace and a studio space, I think of something that just like drips and bleeds personality. And you know, packed in here is a lot of stuff, and it's a lot of stuff I love. And it could be distracting during my videos, but if you guys feel yourself wanting to zoom in and look around, that's awesome to me, because I have a lot of little trinkets everywhere. Now when I think of workspaces and studios and man caves and getaways and stuff like that, I often think of Guillermo del Toro, the director, writer, his studio, Bleak House. I'll leave a link down in the description so you can go check out the video in full, but this is kind of what it looks like. And that's sort of how I model my studio and sort of parts of my house. Like I have a study in my house, and I have oddities cabinets throughout my home. So yeah, I don't know. Like I'm really into that sort of vibe. But so if you're wondering why my studio is kind of crazy, especially for a camera YouTuber, I have that whole second part of me, my second passion, really ingrained in me, and that's the look that I like. So I'll show you how I shoot this other video. I have it running right now. That camera angle right there, this is how I'm monitoring it. That is the shot, and I'll show you guys how I have that framed up right now. Alright, so right here is the main cam that I'm using for the other YouTube channel. I use it for some things on this channel too, but for the other channel I want things to look completely different, and you get a completely different look when using this camera here. This is the Blackmagic Cinema 4K. It has the Mikey 25mm cine lens on it. Up here, this little piece here, if you can see me moving that, that is the antennas for a Axoon CineEye wireless transmitter. That's how I'm transmitting the image to my iPhone or my iPad or whatever screen I want to transmit it to. Up here, this is the D80 V-Mic D3 shotgun mic. I use that for like a scratch audio track, and it's sitting on a Manfrotto tripod with a fluid head. And if I come around here, this side handle here is a small rig side handle that houses the Samsung SSD that I use to record with, and this cord coming across here is just plugging into the wall. It is house power for the Blackmagic Cinema 4K, and that is simply so I don't have to worry about battery life when shooting, you know, something that may be longer than 15, 20, 30 minutes long. Looking here at the screen, if you see, I am shooting at 180-degree shutter, 24 frames per second, 1250 ISO, a white balance temperature of 4150 Kelvin, and a tint of 15. So this is what it looks like with this LUT applied, and when I remove the LUT, you see the log image there. I have 15 minutes left on my SSD, so I got plenty of time to record. Alright, so that was a little bit of my studio space and how I shoot for my Cinema Creep Trailer Trash YouTube channel. Like I said, that YouTube channel is all about just reviewing, reacting, and predicting horror film movie trailers. It's a brand new channel, so there's not a lot of subscribers over there, but if you're into that sort of thing, make sure you go over there and let me know you're coming from this channel, and comment and subscribe over there, because that'll definitely help out. In addition to using the Blackmagic to film it all, I also decided I was going to use my Rodecaster Pro with my Rodecaster Pro mic and use that for audio this time. I haven't been doing that in previous videos, but you know, I've just been using my lav, my wireless lav setup, but my receiver died on my lav kit, so I was like, you know what, I'll just pull this little desk over right here with all my podcasting stuff on it and just set it up and try that this go around. So I'm really looking for comments of how the video and audio quality is, and since you guys are coming from a camera channel, you guys know audio and video quality, I would love for you to go over there and check it out and tell me if the Blackmagic with the Rodecaster is a good combo or what I should do. Beyond that, if you guys ever want like a full breakdown of my studio, you want to see more, because there's a lot more, then I'll show you guys some more things in here. That was just a few shelves, a few weird little things here and there. Then we'll go fully in depth, especially after I get this seating area back here cleaned up. And if you want to get a full editing breakdown of how I edit for like the Cinema Creep YouTube channel, or even these videos, color grading tutorials or whatever, let me know and we'll make those videos as well. But man, I am on the track to 1K subs. We're almost there. We're almost there, and then we're going to celebrate with some giveaways. Regardless, I will see you guys in the next one. As always, just go shoot.